What's up, my people? How far now? How on a day? Welcome back to my channel. And this is the preview for Arsenal's game against Manchester United at home. Now, this game has a lot of expectations coming into it. Man United fans believe that after beating Manchester City convincingly, outplaying City and beating City with a clean sheet at like just last week, then coming up against this Arsenal, that Arsenal should not even be able to stop them. Man United fans feel like they are the best informed team in the Premier League right now, and you will not blame them. They had a very good game against Manchester City, So coming up against Arsenal now, confidence they high, and they want to put up a very good performance against Arsenal. Then on Arsenal's part, they still feel like this Man United game is just a major step for them towards the Premier League title. It's a game they feel like they can win comfortably and convincingly. Their last two Premier League games has not really ended in a way that they would like. They had a draw against Nottingham Forest and that draw against Liverpool too. That also caused a lot of problem for their title ambitions. The only thing is that City did not capitalize on those draws. Now they would want to get rid of that draws and put their title challenge back on track, especially with City playing Wolves first. If Manchester City get the result against Wolves, Arsenal would want everything possible to win Man United in order to maintain their 7 points gap over City. So it's going to be a crazy match, high tempo, I expect. Maybe the goals might not be too much at the end of the day, but at the same time, it should be very entertaining regardless. So yes, I will start with the Arsenal team. Like I said, they've had an amazing season so far. And coming off the back of their Champions League win, where they just trashed Inter Milan as if Inter Milan are a small team. You see that Arteta and his boys, they are not playing. They ain't joking. So coming up in this game now with my United team, I'm sure Arteta will put out the best possible, strongest 11 for this Man United team. David Raya as the goalkeeper, obviously. Gabriel and Saliba. Gabriel did not play in their game in the Champions League against Inter Milan, right? So Gabriel will be starting with Saliba unless there is an issue. Then Calafiori and Julian Timber as the fullbacks for this game. Zubimendi, Declan Rice as the midfield partnership. Martin Odegaard as the number 10. Then moving forward, Bukayo Saka as the right winger, Leandro Trossard as the left winger, and if maybe due to Arteta's preference, if he does not go with Trossard, then the next and the likeliest alternative is Gabriel Martinelli, which is also a very good option. Both of them has been good this season. Now, where Arteta is supposed to have a little bit of a dilemma in choosing his option will be in the front, like in the number 9 position, in the striker position. And this is because, what is his name? Victor Gyökeres. He has been the main striker for Arsenal this season, through and through. But the return to form of Gabriel Jesus has also threatened that his position. Jesus, whenever he plays, you know that this guy, like, he has quality. The only thing that is restricting Gabriel Jesus from displaying his 100% potential is his injury issues. Whenever he's fit, you would see the difference that he brings to a team. And that was on display against Inter Milan. Even ever since he got back into the Arsenal team, he has been lively. Even in games where he's not scoring, you will see him, he has been lively. But then the game against Inter Milan, he got 2 goals. Very good striker performance. And even after he was replaced by Victor Gyökeres, that one still came on and got a goal too. Very, very beautiful goal. So I still feel like the competition for the striker position and the two strikers being able to score goals is a good thing for Arsenal. And the competition that can actually make them better. Victor Gyökeres seemed like someone that has been relaxed all this while because he didn't have any competition. Whether he plays good or not, he will be the starting striker in the next game. The only thing that took him out of the Arsenal team was when he got a little bit injured, and then Arsenal had to use Merino as a makeshift striker. Now he's back, and upon his return, Gabriel Jesus returned too. So it's going to be a good competition for that number 9 position at Arsenal. And the competition will be a good one because if you are the starting striker, you know that someone is on the bench. You need to perform. And if you are not performing, the person coming from the bench can come and do the job. So it's a good headache for Arteta to have. Another good thing for them is their squad depth. Because looking into the Arsenal team, aside the people who are playing from the onset of games, their bench is very, very good. Miles Lewis Kelly as a backup for Calafiori. Eberechi as a backup for Odegaard. Zubimendi, Mikel Merino as an option up front at the midfield too. Gabriel Martinelli, if he's the one starting from the bench, he can come and replace Leandro Trossard. Noni Madueke as an option for Bukayo Saka too. Gabriel Jesus and Victor Gyökeres, they can change. So they are very good. They have that very good depth, even in their defense too. Mosquera is back from his injury. Nkapi is a good option as well. Kepa Arrizabalaga is a good option for the goalkeeper position. So you can see that Arsenal, like this season, they are not joking with anybody. They are not here to play. I'm sure they are not good with the draws they got from the Liverpool game and the Nottingham Forest game. If they had won those games, they would have given City like between 10 to 12 points gap now. But they did not capitalize, which is not a good thing for them. But I'm sure they would not want to like get the third successive Premier League draw from Man United or even lose the game. So it's going to be crazy. It's going to be a very, very high intensive game. But we'll see how that goes. Then for the Manchester United side, Lemens obviously as their goalkeeper, and then with Michael Carrick as the new coach now. I think the game against Manchester City where they got the 2-0 win, being his first game as manager, as Manchester United manager, he needed to prove a point, and he did from that Man City game. Now, this is another game where he also needs to prove another point, because his performances between now and the end of the season will determine if he's getting the Manchester United permanent managerial role or if he's leaving. For now, he's an interim manager, so he needs to do everything possible to get Man United at least the top 4 at the end of the season, and then stand the chance of becoming the permanent manager. So yes, these games remaining from the remainder of the season, I'm sure Michael Carrick will not take any of them lightly. He will face every game as if the games are a final. So Lemens as the goalkeeper, I'm sure he's not going to be taking any chance. Harry Maguire, the good thing is he's back. He had a very amazing game against Manchester City. So he's back now, and he's going to be starting as the starting centre-back. And the good thing also is that Michael Carrick has reverted to a back 4, which is even the traditional Man United like defensive arrangement, apart from all these Amorim them that came to scatter everything. So yes, Harry Maguire as the centre-back alongside Martinez. They were very good against City. Haaland did not even breathe in that game. And then Patrick Dogu might not be the starting left back in this game because he has even done well moving forward in games. So Luke Shaw might be the left back for this game. And then at right back, we saw Diogo Dalot the last time, and I think he's going to be the right back for this game as well. In Manchester United midfield, at least there is this new pump of energy with Kobe Maino's reintroduction into the team as a starting member of the team. Amorim barely started him in games as Man United manager, but Michael Carrick got back into the Man United team, and the first thing he did was to put back Maino as a starter, starting alongside Casemiro in their central midfield, allowing Bruno Fernandes to move forward and have his free roll where he can cause problems, score goals, create chances, provide assists for his teammates, which is a very good thing. Then moving forward again, Mbeumo as the left winger, and then Cunha as the right winger, using Benjamin Sesko as the number 9, because Arsenal's defense needs that person who is physical with them, even if he's not scoring goals. His height, area presence is good for Man United coming up against Arsenal because of the type of defenders Arsenal has. So using Benjamin Sesko as the number 9 in this game to like face off with Gabriel and Saliba is a good thing for them. So from their bench too, they still have very decent option. Mason Mount could also come from the bench and make an impact in the game. If Dogu is not starting this game, he can come from the bench and make an impact. Joshua Zexi too can come from the bench, make an impact. Ugarte if needed. So Man United also has the quality and the players who can actually do this job exactly the way they did against Manchester City. They can come into this game against Arsenal and get the job done. It's just going to be a very difficult game for them, and a game where they will need to take out mistakes and try as much as possible to be clinical in front of goal, because their chances against Arsenal will be very slim. They will have rare opportunities against this Arsenal defense. So they just need to take those chances whenever they manage to create and get in front of goal. They need to take those chances before Arsenal defense can sniff off the danger. So, but apart from all this, It's going to be a crazy game. A lot of people see Arsenal as the favourites, considering that they are playing at home and like they don't want to draw this game or even lose. They already drew their last 2 Premier League games. And then coming off the Inter Milan win in the Champions League, I'm sure that winning feel is there. So they would want to bring it into the Premier League and try to win Man United. And also knowing that Manchester City will be playing a day before against Wolves. Wolves that looks like an easy team. Unless maybe before the Man United game, Wolves don't go win City or Wolves don't go draw City. That's the only thing that might reduce Arsenal's tempo. But if Man City mistakenly, which they are supposed to, win Wolves, reducing the gap between Man City and Arsenal to 4 points before the Man United game, then Arsenal would want to do everything possible to get this win against Man U, and also in order to maintain the 7 point gap. Unless Man U pause and sign for their Agare. But yes, that's just it about the game. Man United going away at the Emirates. Crazy game, like I said. And this Man United getting anything from this game will be down to how Michael Carrick sets up this team, because he's, like I said, he's going to be doing everything possible to maintain a good position in that Man United at the end of the season, so that he will stand the chance of being their permanent manager. I'm sure he wants the managerial role, and I'm sure that is what he had in mind when he accepted to be an interim manager for the time being. So he needs to do something to prove that he can actually take the job permanently, and this is part of the jobs he needs to do to prove himself. So let's see how the game goes. If you're yet to subscribe to this channel, please do drop your subscription down, like the video, you can share to friends, you can drop your comments. Thank you very much for your support so far, and I'll see you soon.